Lord help me, I hope I'm ready for this. Hopefully everything's gonna sound good, look good. Oh my God. How insane is that? That's a diabolical thing right there. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Shout out to you. Hold on 1 second. Oh God, I hate when that never works. Hey, bear with me. Trying to get this thing set up again. Good afternoon to all of you. Go ahead and make that do what it do. Please do what it do. There it is. All right, yes, and bang. Oh, they tried to trick me that time. Wow. They tried to trick me that time. All right, almost ready. Everything good? I got a couple of things in my way right here. Hey, don't mind me. I'm trying to get this all set up and situated. So real quick, shout out to the background. Shout out to the canvas art. Ooh. We're back in my shed. What's going on, everybody? Shout out to you guys. Let me go ahead and try to pull up this chat real quick because I'm not going to be able to see it. So also we're doing this live stream from my Boss laptop that I know can handle this. Look at that thumbnail with Joe in the big back. Shout out to everybody up in here, man. Appreciate you guys taking the time. Ghetto God, what it do? Can you guys hear this okay? Does it sound okay? I got the microphone was in my pocket upside down. Yeah, bear with me. All right, so I really want to put the microphone on a necklace. That's what I really want to do. And I don't want you guys to have to see what I'm seeing. I think that that wouldn't be so great. But if I put the chat right there, the art, I'll move the art over just a little bit more. Slide that Jimmy right there. All right. Maybe. We'll see. Hey, appreciate you guys taking the time to rock with me on this. So I'm back out in the shed, hoping that this is going to go okay. Here's the deal. I've got two different studios set up. I got a studio set up in the house, and then I've got a makeshift studio that I'm trying to run with here. Forgive me. I might just need to hold this. I might just need to hold this. Lieutenant Dan, shout out to the Patriots, yeah, and the Bears. Yeah, man. Lil Wayne was not happy about the Bears winning. He said, how dare a guy with purple fingernail polish be in the playoffs? Sounds off. Sound is off. Diabolical. Sound is off. Why is the sound off? Huh. I think the sound's okay. Sounds good, Steve. Thank you for letting me know. Chris trying to... There it is. Boom. Appreciate it. That came through a little bit late. All right. Hey, look, this will definitely be rough and tumble until I get this completely fine-tuned. It may take me a couple of times to get this. I can tell you one thing, though. This is something that I'm really interested in continuing to do. Standing in front of that's not really working out too well, casting a shadow. So I'm still using a webcam for the canvas. Don't like that. I do have a GoPro that I could use. I'm just concerned about battery life. So, you know, we'll see. We're going to be creating some artwork on here today. Some drywall repair work, the worst drywall repair work ever. And, yeah, a lot of things to share with you guys as well, too. God, I cannot stand that shadow in the back. I can get rid of that. Oh, I can't. Hey, hold tight 1 second. I just got me some new lights yesterday, and these things are like as bright as the sun. Hold tight. See if we can lift this guy. No, that doesn't lift. Ooh, hold tight, folks. Hey, it's all good. It'll work eventually. Oh God, that doesn't lift up anymore? Like what in the world? I'm not gonna worry about it, to be honest. I'm not gonna do that. Please, please don't. Ooh, I'm a little parched too. It's almost like doing a stand-up set and you're bombing. But I'm okay with that. I don't mind at all. Not everything is going to be perfect. Not all of the time. So hear me out. A couple of things to share with you real quick. We've got a new After Prison Show video coming today. I know that doesn't have anything to do with Joe Does Stuff, but you're gonna watch it. I know you will. Because today I'm dropping Black Man on the World. We're gonna pick the world up and drop it on its effing head today. Wait until you see the thumbnail to that joint right there. I've got another new song that I'm working on right now as well too. And I think yesterday's video, you guys heard an oldie that was renewed, and that was Everyone I Put to Work was on Crystal Meth. That was a really good old song that I did. And yeah, we just made it Sum 41-esque. The new song that I'm writing is really good though. And everything is based on real life experience. Really crazy there. So, hear me out. Been a super busy day today. My God. I've been from one spot to the next. Don't have any work right this second. We do have a brick job upcoming. Not all that pressed for that job. It's not that great of a job, but it's some work. But content, your boy has been in the lab all day long. It's been shorts, it's been rage bait, race bait, humor, serious. And now we're here today to create fine art. I also want to give a really special shout out to Tree Squeak whenever he gets the opportunity to see this. He purchased some art from me in the first one of these that we did, the very first ever pieces. And folks, I absolutely got my head busted today with shipping and handling, and also packaging. $23 in packaging, $13.60 in shipping. I am the epitome of hustling backwards. So today, if we sell any art, we may have to put some tariffs on that money. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. All right, anyways, we're starting to get into this a little bit better. Redskin Chris, shout out to you. Saying, bounce, bro. Who? Whew. I've been going, man. I've been going pretty much nonstop. We're trying to find some more work. I just had to get the brakes done on the van today. Oh, geez. That was expensive. Been filming a video too for Joe Does Stuff as well. So you guys are gonna see a lot of the behind the scenes, you know, what's going into everything that we're doing. But anyways, enough about all of that. Let's get into creating some art, because I promise you, this will be something that's going to do something. Sometime, somewhere. It may not be here. It may not be today. But damn it, I tell you, it will eventually, hopefully. Whew. Everybody with the meth comments, crazy. Dustin says I should actually go to a Lowe's parking lot. This is a lot of, you know, I guess I could just do it off of my phone. That's not a bad idea though. Yeah. All right, anyway, so this is the other piece that we created. Tree Squeak wanted to get this piece from me as well too, but it just didn't end up happening. So this piece is still available. This is actually a piece, now mind you, this piece actually has a little bit more value to it right now, because this piece went just a little viral on the Facebook page. I probably should be multi-streaming to the Facebook page too. So I shit you not. I put this on the Facebook page, just an image of it. It got a bunch of shares. It's been viewed like, you know, 75,000 times. And I titled it, I said, work slow right now, so now I'm creating $50 drywall repairs and calling it fine art. People loved it. So that was the, I think this was the last piece that we did on the first stream doing this artwork. So today we're gonna just start with this and see where we're going. All right, let's get into this. First things first. Gotta put on the tool belt. Let me make sure I try to not look so fat in this as well too. Hey, cash apps are appreciated. I just spent $850 on brakes on a vehicle that I don't even drive. Turns out the son of a bitch was missing a caliper. How do you drive with that? Yeah, cash apps are appreciated. If you guys got $1 in your pocket, feel free to drop those on me like a stripper or some shit. All right, let's start getting situated here. What do we got? I got a pair of glasses in here. It's like a little scavenger hunt. A utility knife. A pencil. I was wearing this on the last job that we did. All right. Hustling backwards, you know it. Oh, I got a treat for y'all today, too. I forgot about that. I got to keep that money on the low. All right. So a couple of things came in the mail. I ordered this little, damn, I forgot. I got some more of these in the house, too. So this is like for doing the artwork, right? It's a bunch of little, I don't even know what you would call these. But it even came with a little frickin' popsicle stick paintbrush. How about that right there? Dan, I do have Venmo. I do have Venmo. I have a Venmo. It is, what is my Venmo? Consider me like a street performer. I'm almost like one of those musicians that has the drum in the suitcase. What is my Venmo? It's at APS Joe. APS Joe. All right, I'm getting a couple of these little stencil gizmos out. We'll play with those today too. At APS Joe on Venmo. Not sure if you guys have seen that video. It's a staged video of a guy doing a test drive in a car, and he picks up a homeless guy. He's like, hey, you want to ride? And the dealership guy's like, yo, don't pick that guy up. But they pick him up anyways, and there's cameras all positioned in the car, so you know it's staged. And the guy in the back seat, the homeless guy, he's asking, he's like, hey, you guys got any money? Like, got $1 or two? And the guy's like, I only got a credit card. He's like, yeah, I take those too. I thought that was kind of cute. Appreciate you, Redskin Chris. Hey, Death, appreciate the like, man. Thank you, guys. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. So one thing about it, all I have right this second are smaller canvases. So I've got a couple of these. These are small canvases. I don't know the size. And then I've got these even really smaller canvases. Now, the thing about this is when I go to doing the artwork on these, oh my God, boy, times are tough. I'm gonna need to zoom that money in big time. Zoom it in. Damn right. I might actually start with one of these. I wish I had the big canvas. The crazy thing was I was gonna do the big drywall repair job today, the $50 drywall special. I had a piece of real drywall that I was going to use. I got a piece right there. I could just rip that off the wall. That might seem a little methed up. Is the stream frozen? Stan, what's going on, man? Shout out to you. Oh, it's just buffering on my phone. All right. Anyways, I had a piece of real drywall and the fellas took it. Son of a gun. Redskin Chris, the wife kicked you out of her office back into the shed, huh? No, she didn't. She didn't kick me out. I need to be able to work out here. I've got the space heater. You probably can hear it. I have to be able to work out here because when she's working from home, you know, there's nothing that I can really do because you know me, when I'm filming, hey, I'm cutting up. I'm cutting up. Where's that utility knife at? All right, we're gonna start with this incredibly small canvas right here and just see if we can do anything with this. All right. So this is a little, what is this? This is a 5x7. If you ever served time, you'll know about a 5x7 or a 4x8, the little photograph. This isn't really much bigger than a photograph. It actually reminds me of those shots that I was getting in back in the day. Should we do it in landscape to try to make it look a little bigger? Because this looks freaking ridiculous. I just gotta be honest with you. Do I look fat today? I had a lot of comments about, Joe, when's the baby due? Jeez Louise. How about some originalness? All right, so one thing that I did want to do is I did want to paint these canvases. I think that if we had a color in the background and then the material going over it, holy shoot. And you know what's crazy? I had been doing artwork out here, so with that, and it's screwed up because I just had the fellas over here yesterday to clean up the shed, so I don't know where it's at, but I had a palette for paint. Oh, it's right there. Hey, boy. Let's go ahead and beat the devil out of it. Oh, boy. Look at all that paint that Joe never cleaned off of there. All right, we're going to prime this son of a gun. I got my little water bucket down here. I got my paints right here. I got to dust off this guy. She real dusty. Yeah. I keep looking over this way. The chat's right here. I need the chat right there, and it's out of the shot. That's beautiful. David with the happy little trees. Yeah, man. All right. Let's go ahead and break into some black. I think black is a good color to use for the back. Wait, that's white. We got the titanium white right there. That's not gonna work. Tell you what, it won't be black after all, it'll be gray. We're gonna mix the black and the white together, and that'll make gray. There we go. Double shot of black, single shot of the white paint right there. I can tell you one thing. My phone is struggling. There we go. There we go. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We got our bucket down here. We're going to go ahead and dip our brush in. Beat the devil out of it. I'm telling you, I'm on to something right here. Beat the devil out of it. Hey, Steve, do me a favor and clip that. That's going to be a part of a new song. All right, we got to get our canvas wet. So you always want it to be wet, no matter what it is. In life, it's always going to work out better when it's wet. You guys seeing that all right? Let's go ahead and drop you down right there. Might even bring you back a little bit. That way it's not so zoomed in. It might focus a little bit better. Okay, get us a little bit of that black and white action right there. Mr. Benton, shout out to you, brother. This is both surreal and absurd in the best possible ways. You know, I had to go to therapy on Sunday as my therapist meeting. And it's wild because I just talk. And I talk and I talk and I talk. And they just listen, and I love that. But I told him, I said, you know, it's wild. I come up with the most, great ideas. Execution and follow through is always my downfall. All right, I can't hold this because I got to hold this canvas. All right, let's go ahead and just, prime that guy right there. I probably shouldn't have put the water on here because this is actually going to take forever to dry now. But that's okay. We'll get that guy right there. Okay, we'll put him on the space heater. Hopefully it doesn't catch fire. All right. That son of a gun going dry real quick, I tell you what. And we'll get another one out. We won't get that one as wet. We'll get 2 of these primed. Because, folks, it's all about production at this point. Not only are we doing $50 drywall repair jobs as fine art, the only way that you could really do that is quantity over quality. Just like what you would expect from a $50 drywall repair. You better be busting out about 10 of them a day to make it worth your time. Jimmy, what are we doing here? Losing our ever-loving minds. We don't got no work, so when there's no work, we play. We're priming a couple of canvases and getting ready to throw some mud on the walls. A little kickback, so to speak. You know, when the mud flap, I don't remember how that saying goes. How's that saying go? Is it called kickback? I can't go any deeper with what I was trying to say there. Lieutenant Dan Patriots, you know, I'm going to be honest with you, the way that they looked last night, and no disrespect to them, they weren't really playing that great of a team, to be honest. And they struggled with that team. I can't remember who they were playing. But now they got to go play Josh Allen. And let me tell you what's at stake right here. There's nothing at stake for Drake May. Drake May's done what he needs to do. Mike Vrabel's done what he needs to do. But all is on Josh Allen. If Josh Allen does not make it to the Super Bowl this year, he never will. So I hate to say this, and I would never ride with the Bills, but if I had to bet it, let me tell you, who's got more at stake right here? Josh Allen or Drake May? Drake May's already done what he needs to do. Just keep that in mind when you go to place your bets. I would love nothing more than for Josh Allen to never accomplish anything. I don't like him. I don't know why. All right, we're going to prime this other canvas right here. We're going to title this piece My Soul. It's about as dark as it is. There we go right there. Okay, we didn't put the water on this one because we want this one to dry faster than the other one will. Okay. There we go. Nice. Nice and dark. All right, let's let these fellas dry. Dry time should be impressive. How's everybody doing today? They don't play Buffalo, Joe? Oh, I forgot. There's still what? 4 more games, right? Before the Super Bowl. Son of a bitch. I mean, 2 more games. Yeah. 2 more games. 4 more games before the Super Bowl. I think. All right. I want to get into some compounds. So I guess I'm going to go with a bigger canvas right here. That's what we got. All right, what are we going to do with this? Now, we do have a bunch of these little zigzag stencils that I got. Oh, I know what we're going to do. I know what we're going to do first and foremost. So I got all these little stencils. I don't really have let's try it. Screw it. We're going to mess with these. We're going to do a little knockdown today. We're going to have some fun with this. Shout out to y'all taking the time. You could have been anywhere else, including work, which is honestly a little crazy to think, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. Thank you guys very much. All right, we got our mud knives. Let's go ahead and load the tool belt up so we look like we're official. Lieutenant Dan says, Lieutenant Dan says Patriots versus the Bills. Patriots versus the Bears for the Super Bowl. It could be. It could be. I'll tell you what. If I was a betting man, which you know that I am, when it comes to that college championship, you better take Indiana. You better take them. Miami ain't got nothing for them people. All right, let's go ahead and get some mud. There we go. I ought to just throw that shit right on the canvas. But that's just a little too much right there. We're into it now, folks. The mud is in the pan. We got a bunch of small canvases, so I don't need very much mud at all. All right. All right, what was I doing? Yeah, we're gonna play with some zigzags here on this one. Let's take a little mud, get it on our mud knife like so, and just apply that mud. I'm curious to know if you guys can even see what I'm doing with that terrible camera. Oh yeah. Be curious to know how this live stream sounds too. Now I don't want to put this on super thick because I noticed the last time that I did that, trying to use some of those little zigzag designs, spatula gizmos, we're having a real tough time spreading this material. Look at that. We've already created right there, folks. A $50 drywall repair. Ma'am, we're complete. Do you have Cash App? I've got a guy on the other line who's not going to wait too much longer. That's it. Sound is good on your end. Thank you, Death, for letting me know. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Holy shit. This thing is so, oh wait. I got work clothes on, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, my live stream, all right, yeah, we can see that. Good deal. All right, let's go ahead and see what we can pull out the old prison suitcase here. Yeah, I'm gonna need something with some, let's try this little guy right here. Let's see what he's gonna do. Yeah. Let's see what that guy's gonna do. You never know. Put some zigzags in that joint. You better. All right, let's see what this guy's gonna do right here. Oh, that is less than good. Right there. Yeah, I don't like that actually. I don't like that at all. That actually is trash. Okay. Let's try that guy. Woo! Now that one's a little bit better. Yeah, that one's not. All right. Not too impressive, don't worry about it. We'll find our legs in just a moment. How's everybody doing today? Shout out to you guys. Could have been anywhere else. Oh, well, shit, a couple of y'all already got up out of here. We're bombing here. Look, it doesn't even matter. So long as I can get some additional content from this that I can use elsewhere, I'd be satisfied with that. All right, well, you know what? I really screwed up on that one, so we need to start over. Let's go ahead and spatula that money back to the Etch and Sketch erase board. Okay. $50 drywall repair, just keep that in mind. When you're doing this drywall repair work for people, and they've hired you off a frickin' Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or Nextdoor or Plenty of Fish, wherever they found you from, just keep in mind, you want to try to really do a good job for them folks, because you never know what it could lead to. It could lead to more work. Look at that. Now that is just an unbelievable amount of just too much material right there. I'm gonna try to skim that money out. We should clean our knife off, but we ain't got no time for that. Leaving the lines in it it's okay, okay? It'll sand out. All right, what I'm noticing is these little spatulas that I got, they actually are not that great. They're actually not that great. Yeah, I'm not impressed with these at all. We're gonna go with one with a little bit bigger teeth. Got this guy right here. Let's see what we can do. Just pull that money right across there. Now that, hey, it's still good. Do you want to buy it? All right, got a little dirt on it. Oh shit. Yeah, these little small canvases are not good. There we go. Oh man, you would see that right there. Now you would see something like that right there in Home Goods or TJ Maxx or Target, and there'd be a $60 price tag on that. Yeah, there would. That is actually my biggest motivator for this. The fact that maybe one day we end up in Target. Maybe we become the Joanna Gaines of this type of shit. We're losing people at a frantic pace, and I don't think this is going to be a good one. And I put a lot of work into this. I really did. Gosh almighty, I put a lot of work into setting this thing up, moving equipment back and forth. I like that. I like me. Hit you with that John Candy, planes, trains, and automobiles. My wife likes me. My friends, I have no friends, like me. Look at that. What does that look like to you? Because to me, that doesn't look bad. Yeah, man, you can hang it that way. I mean, what are you seeing right there? Is it doing it for you? You know what it almost looks like? It almost looks like an HVAC air filter return vent cover. Doesn't it not? Does it not? Anything more is just doing too much. We gotta let that son of a gun dry right there. We're gonna put that money on the heater. I like it. I do like it. You know what we could do? We could do a social experiment. We could go post up at Target and try to push this shit in the parking lot. Ma'am, hey, excuse me, ma'am, you got Cash App? Hey, yo, check this out. Check this out. Hey, you looking for some home decor? Hey, yeah, I whipped that shit up in the trunk of my car. Yeah, I call that the air vent grill cover. Damn right, boy. Hey, that's all right there. I ain't doing nothing more to that. I like that. It speaks to my soul. Does it speak to yours? Let me know through a Cash App or a Super Chat or a Vimeo, PayPal. I mean, you could just send me some money, to be honest. Annette, 3 inmates killed in Georgia. I don't care. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you how much I care today when I drop my song. Today. Folks, we had a major riot in Georgia, but have you heard my new song, Black Man? All right. All right. I should just switch this up to ASMR. All right, this is not all the way dry yet, so we're gonna hold tight on this. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna attempt to do some knockdown. Now, the problem with the knockdown is doing it on these stretched canvases ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. I need to do it on the canvas boards. The problem is, Annette says, wow. It's 2026. It's cancel culture. New merchandise coming from me. I personally really don't care, though, just to be honest. What do you want me to say about it? Hey, it's a third world country down there in their prisons. And I'm not surprised. And seeing Redskin Chris saying that it was behind some cell phone blockers. Wow, crazy. Maybe that's what I ought to do. Billy says, let the texture dry for 15 minutes and do the knockdown. Now, again, that's how you're supposed to do that. We're using bucket mud. So, the bucket mud is going to probably take more than that to dry. But, all right. What do I got in here? I got another mud pan up here for this. I got the drywall screws. All of this was so important for the big drywall repair piece of artwork that I was going to do. But unfortunately, again, my guys accidentally picked up that piece of drywall that I was going to use for that. But they didn't get the sponge. Thank God. I told them about this too, my guys. And I said that I'd like to get them involved in this action, either doing the podcast with them or having them create this artwork. All right, folks, we've got the knockdown sponges. You can do a lot of things with these sponges. If you don't have these sponges, you can use almost anything for this. I've used plastic bags. I've used regular sponges that I've tried to cut up and make look like this. But if you've got these are the real deal sponges, and these are great. So we're gonna do some knockdown. Yes, we are. I'm gonna show you how Joe does the knockdown. Whew, on a little baby canvas too. Oh, this is gonna be difficult. Maybe it'll come out dope though. Maybe. All right. Let's see if we can do this. Hey, Dark Tower, shout out to you. All right, so what I'm doing, I'm trying to get a little bit of material compound on these sponges. This is also a freaking mess doing it this way. Now, you don't want to get a whole lot up there. You don't. That's probably good to start with, especially on a canvas this small. My little table that I've got set up over here could be just a little bit bigger. That would work out just a little better for me. All right, what's going on? Folks, did you hear that there was a riot down in Georgia and 3 prisoners were killed? All right, you can see what I'm doing? Hopefully you can. We're throwing a little bit of that texture on here. We're going to want just a little bit more than that. It's hard to do this, actually, with such a small little area that I'm working on. Let's turn this money right here. There we go. Oh, gosh. There we go. Ah. You know what? I might not even knock this down. Hey. This is about to turn into something right here. I can see it. Get a little more going. Having a table right here would be helpful. And I got some tables in here, but they got stuff all on them. I don't even know why I put that over there, to be honest. I should have had that over here. You know what? Let's do that real quick. Okay. Go ahead and move this over. And again, bear with me. This, yeah, so now I can reach around, proverbially, to what I'm working on. I should have brought the GoPro in here, though. That would have worked out a lot better. So look at what we've got going on already, folks. Just take a look at that. A little globbed up action. Sort of looks like you probably sniffed, I don't know, maybe a quarter ounce of blow the night before, and you sneezed on the frickin' wall the next morning at work. And your boss is looking a little suspiciously at you after that. Boy, you blew out about an 8-ball right there. This might actually knock down pretty good. We'll see. We'll see if we actually want to knock it down after we get this application added. Oh God. I mean, that just looks freaking funky right there, don't it? God, that looks good. Mullen says, got the 5A contractor tool bag on too. You better fucking bet it. If I was anywhere else, I'd probably be in a pair of frickin' to-dun-to-duns. And then we'd really be getting some views. Folks, I've learned when it comes to content for 2026, we're cooked, literally, as content creators. Don't get the game messed up. It's sad, too. The AI has taken over, and we're somewhat going through a bit of an adpocalypse. You know, clip farming became huge within the last 2 years. Clippers, just literally farming content. Well, now with AI, the farming has gotten so bad as well, too, that when it comes to the ad revenue, they're really pumping the brakes on that shit. And it's the damnedest thing. So you better step outside your comfort zone for this year, which it doesn't even really matter. It doesn't matter. Because even if the video goes viral, what you're gonna make from the video is so little in compared to what it used to be. It's gonna be a real crazy year for the content game. Man, look at that. I mean, that just looks really good right there. I actually really like that. Man, that looks so cool. So we'll let that set up a little bit and then we'll knock that money down, or maybe we won't. Folks, if you're interested in purchasing any of this that I'm creating right here, you can do so for the low, low price of just $35, okay? The price doesn't change with the size. And as a matter of fact, like my wife likes to tell me, size doesn't matter. Okay, the first time that we did this, we were doing bigger canvases. Today, we're doing smaller ones. But actually, the bigger ones should be a little bit more expensive because I just got my head busted shipping these to the guy, Tree Squeak, who bought the first. And, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm trying to turn my damn Wi-Fi off. All right. I'm going to do another one with that, and I'm going to do it on the canvas. I'm going to do it on a canvas because I think that that's actually going to come out pretty cool. Picasso would be proud. Shout out to it. Ghetto Guy, what it do, brother? Appreciate you being up in here. Hey, folks, I got a new song that I started dealing with today, or started writing today, and it's another country song. I've got some emo songs upcoming that you guys have already seen. I've got some country songs coming out. I'm gonna have some rap songs coming too. But this is gonna be the year, I think this is gonna be the year of the straight dumpster fire, hot lava flows for old Joe. Redskin Chris, you better bet it, brother. I'm a grower, not a shower. I need somewhere to set these at. Put that guy right over there. That looks really good. I like that a lot. All right. Need to clean out our paintbrush from that paint that we put in it. Beat the devil out of it. Boy, I got the bucket and all. Enhanced Trucker, shout out to you, brother. Can we get another Joe Ross painting? Man, it's been so long since I painted something. We might, though. I'm getting back to the art and I'm really enjoying doing so. So who knows, maybe we will. All right, we're gonna do this one different. I've got the sponge for the knockdown, but I'm not gonna lie, there's been times when I've tried to use a paintbrush that doesn't really work out so well, but we'll see. Let's just see. Let's see what happens when we try to paint the compound onto the canvas. We probably should moisturize, get this guy just a little moist before we do that. Beat the devil out of it. Don't worry about that, that's just that dirty water. Might actually help the process here. Okay? I don't know how this is honestly gonna look in the end once I go back and look at the replay here. I hope that it looks good with this particular camera. You guys let me know if you're able to see it okay. GV Game says Broke Wing drawing is my favorite Joe painting. Yeah, the Broke Wing's dope. I think I got a Broke Wing out here in this shed somewhere. I've got some pictures out here, but they're not really for this. All right, we moisturized our canvas right there. We're gonna take the paintbrush and we're gonna dip that money right up into that drywall compound. How to ruin a paintbrush in 5 minutes, I'm about to show you. Yeah, man, we're about to paint with the compound. There we go, we got our favorite 2-inch brush. Set that guy right there. Let's just see what it does. I don't know what it's gonna do. Huh? Oh my God, look at that. All right, we gotta do more than that. Let's go ahead and get a nice, big old freaking, I was trying to think of a drug reference. I've been so far out of the game that I couldn't think of one. I'm gonna need to get a better easel too. Yeah, that's not really doing it for me right there. I'm gonna need to get a more sturdy easel for this. There we go. Nice big old fat rail right there. All I could think of. John, we're just crashing out today, brother. Appreciate you stopping in. There we go. Throwing a little compound on the canvas. You know what? We're gonna make our own texture here. It's not gonna be a knockdown. It's not gonna be a crow's foot or a stamp pattern or a popcorn. It's gonna be a, you know, whatever this is gonna end up coming out like. When you lie to the customer and you tell them you know how to do knockdown. Yeah. Oh man, you know what? I think I might be onto something with this. Just get a little more on there. God, look at what we're doing. Look at that. Look at it. Fetty Wap. Shout out to old Fetty Wap. Getting out of prison. Welcomed back to his record label. 50 Cent of all people held him down. I was surprised to hear about that. Trying to see him do the right thing after prison. Certainly it was the wrong thing that led him to prison. Spent a lot of money, did he not? Throughout his rap career, didn't he spend like all of his money looking out for his crew? And then he had to go back to doing the one thing that he knew for sure was gonna work, and that was picking up the pack. You know, sometimes you can do too much with this. And if we would have had a little different color on here than this gray, oh man, this would have been something. Look at that. Miss Margarine, I'm just about done with your drywall repair. You got your checkbook out? Cause yeah, it's not exactly the same kind of texture you had on your walls. But I'll tell you what, that shit actually does look kind of sharp. Whew. It's Brit. No, I'm sorry, we did not sell none of these pieces are selling for $300. That was just a figure of speech. But all of these pieces are available for $35. If you could find it in the kindness of your heart. In the arms of the angel, fly away with me. Anyway, sorry. I was getting a little carried away. Yo, that shit looks dope. That shit almost looks like, it's giving, is it not? I don't even know. Any of you guys watch Landman? If you did not see the latest episode of Landman that just came out yesterday, oh boy. I've mentioned this in the past. Taylor Sheridan, the guy that wrote it, he loves to put his views in the show. I guess he probably does that in all the shows. But boy, did he get on that woke stuff yesterday. That shit was crazy. Hey, Mr. B. Green, shout out to you being up in here, brother. If you'd like to purchase a piece, $35. Here it is right here. In the arms of, put some more craters in it. This piece, you just can't overdo it. You can't overdo it. That's actually a pretty dope texture right there. So, I want to show you something real quick. Yeah, Redskin Chris, you're going to want to see that episode. It was freaking, it starts off so slow and I was so pissed off because I just started watching a new show yesterday on Netflix called His and Hers. It's got, what's Buddy's name from Walking Dead who played Shane? John B, whatever his last name is. I really like that guy. And then it's got this black woman, I can't remember her name, but she's been in a bunch of shit. A phenomenal show. His and Hers on Netflix, highly recommend it. I'm only probably 4 or 5 episodes into it with my wife. Really good. Mr. B. Green, if you're interested in purchasing any of this, send me an email. Send me an email, and I'll get this, any of these that you're interested in shipped to you. I just sent out a first batch this morning. I literally had to make a box because the pieces were big. These ones are smaller. These ones will be easier to get out. But when I do the bigger pieces, I am going to have to charge more for those because the shipping, I spent $23 on packaging materials and then $13.60 in shipping. Jeremy says, what is that show about? His name, hers. The show is called His and Hers on Netflix. The Shane guy from Walking Dead plays the sheriff of a small town. There's a murder of a woman. The black lady is this high-profile news report. You gotta watch. I don't want to give anything away about it. It goes in. It goes in. And it's unlike a murder mystery that you'll see because they show you everything from the beginning, like how it all went down. So you're kind of like with the bad guys, trying to stay getting away. It is freaking nuts. Yeah, John Bernthal. He's also got a podcast that I really want to check out. I've never had a chance to check it out, but I always see clips of it on TikTok. He did... He's always interviewing like other male actors, and he's always talking about like fatherhood and how important that shit is, and I just freaking rock with that. Mr. B. Green, I'll wear whatever you want in the photograph. I'll wear whatever you want. Yeah, I'll sign it. Damn right. All right, anyways, let's get back into this. I think our knockdown piece is probably ready to be knocked down. Let's go ahead and put this sucker in the kiln right quick. Let her dry. Just let her dry. As the compound runs down her face, that's actually semen. Just let her dry. Oh, Hootie. Hootie had some bangers. All right. Careful, baby. We don't want you to get hurt. There you go. Sit right there. All right, let's get ready to knock this down. Now, one thing about doing knockdown you better know is when you get your spatula ready to knock down, we're actually going to use one of these plastic spatulas right here. We'll go with this guy. We can get that shit in one. Go with this guy. All right. Doing knockdown is all just a flick of the wrist, like a Pyrex on a stove. Okay? It's all in the wrist action. Very light passes, and you just want to just pull that material down a little bit. Okay? If you're doing a large area, you want the biggest trowel, skip trowel, whatever you can that you can use to knock it down. It's kind of hard to explain this. But anyways, when you do this also, you want your spatula gizmo to be wet. Everything needs to be wet when it comes to drywall, except when it comes to sanding. But you want it wet so that it slides right across, just slides right over it. So, let's go ahead and beat the devil out of it real quick. Y'all gonna get sick of that faster than diabolical. Watch what I tell you. All right, we got her wet. Okay, we got our camera on this. All right, this is so small. This is actually a little nerve-wracking right here. All right. Joe's lost his goddamn mind. All right, so just a real light pass. And that. So we got a little knockdown right there. Now every time I do a pass, I like to wet my spatula, clean it off. So you can see we knocked it down just a little bit. You don't have to go in the same direction. I like to go in all different directions. This canvas is so small, this is pretty freaking difficult to do. And to be honest, I'm a little concerned on how this is going to come out now. Gosh almighty. Trying to hold this guy too. Just let her cry. Let's go ahead and turn that sucker just like that. I don't know how these textures ever came to be. Like, who came up with this shit? Like, here's an idea. Let's spray a whole bunch of drywall compound on the wall, and then let's just try to. Maybe they were trying to like fix a mistake. Like, oh, you know what? I don't like that. That's too thick. Take the spatula and try to knock it down a little. Wait a minute. We could call that knockdown. This is actually some very less than admirable knockdown right here. It's not horrible. And obviously with this type of compound being bucket mud, green top, cold as shit outside, this shit is still nowhere even near ready to be knocked down. But we're doing it anyways. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to show you it doesn't matter. A lot of times if you're doing this, especially if you're doing a $50 drywall repair, you're trying to get in and get out as quick as possible. And if you're using bucket mud for this, which I would never do, I'd probably be using 20-minute mud. Hey, you're gonna be hitting that shit and it might still be a little on the wet side. And that's okay. The customer's not gonna fault you on technique. Not all the time, maybe they will. If you're doing a job for somebody who, you know, is a DIYer, they're actually one of the worst people to work for, a weekend warrior DIYer like a Lowe's Pro. Hey, why ain't you, whoa, hey. Captain Phillips, listen. I know. You're in Lowe's every weekend. I need you to hear me when I say this though. Look at me. I am the captain now of this repair, okay? This is your house. I know what I'm doing here. You're fired. You're fired. Get up out of here. Get up out of my house. Sir, can you at least pay me for what I've done? What does that even mean, though? What does that even mean? I don't think I'm going to get any better than that. We could have added more to this, but we can't do it now. What's done is done. And how did that other saying go? God damn it, what did... I can't think of it. I was trying to incorporate the Kamala Harris saying. What did she say? The greatest unraveling is raveling? Raviolis? Oh boy, there goes Joe. Splashing in the water. No more fighting with Daddy. The greatest unknown is known, folks. It's here. Your way, right away. That there is a makeshift cockamamie world map. That's what you want your knockdown to come out looking like, a bit like a world map. You want your knockdown to come out looking a bit like, is that what it's supposed to look like? And if you can achieve that, you've accomplished the mission, folks. You've accomplished the mission. Nobody's going to give me the Kamala quote, huh? Nobody's going to give me that one? Did we forget it? I mean, there was a quote, right? Enhanced Trucker says him and her is crazy. I just finished it yesterday. I hear there's a major twist in it. I'm on like episode 5. There is a lot of fornicating in that show. In 4 episodes, there's been 3 sex scenes. Shit's wild. What's going on with this chat? All right, that's not bad. Little knockdown piece right there. Shit's ready for priming. Yeah, it is. All right, I wonder if any of our primed, painted pieces are ready for some action. Oh, shit. Hey, the kiln is jumping right now, folks. The kiln is jumping. Yeah, she's pretty dry. I think we could add a little to this. All right, folks, I'm going to give you guys a real treat right now. Okay? I know I only have these little baby canvases to work on. I do apologize for that. Times are tough. But I want to create a brand new texture here today for you guys. Okay? We all know knockdown. We know popcorn, swirl, stamp. I'm going to create a brand new texture here today, and who knows? You know, 2026 is already, well, it's a new year. And when you think about home building and home decor, you know, with every year that passes, we become more inclined with modern, eccentric type of, everybody just wants something different, right? You want your shit to stand out. Hear me out. We've got all of these tools to do. You know, we got all these tools and gizmos to do different designs and different designs and things like that. Different patterns. We're going to try something totally different here today. Bear with me. We're going to do it on this blacked out, primed canvas board. I'm sorry, I was just reading a very mean comment. It really had me feeling some type of way. All right. Some of you, beat the devil out of it, will be for me one day and then against me the next. And I just always wonder where I lost you at. Beat the devil out of it. I don't even know why I'm cleaning this out. I don't need this right now, but I think I'm just trying to get this clean. Oh, shit. Redskin Chris is trying to protect Joe's better interest here. Shout out to him. Modding the money out of it. Hey, you modding the mess out of this. Yeah, you are, brother. I appreciate that. Joe don't want to read your negative Nancy comments. Okay? I'm trying to give you something different here for 2026. You see the views on these videos on this channel? We better figure something else out. Y'all ain't trying to watch me ride around the truck all damn day long. I get it, okay? So I try something different. I try something unique. And what do I get? What do I get? What do I get? Oh shit, Highland, not a bad idea. We could post up on Lucky's old spot. I want to start doing like art fairs and shit like that. That'd be kind of cool. Hey, Lord Bullet, you're on the, hey, listen, you're on the negative Nancy list right now, okay? You're on my FBI watch list right now. I'm trying to, no. I'm just messing with you. All right. Actually, I'm not. You said I've officially hit my rock bottom. That was mean. Mean-spirited. Maybe I have. Maybe you don't even have a freaking clue what's going on with me. We've got our blacked out canvas right here for our compound right here. Let's go ahead and start adding a little bit of that compound to this. Now, again, what we're going to do right here is we're going to create a brand new type of texture. Look at that. Sort of looking like a little Oreo cookie, ain't it? Mm-hmm. With the black showing through the white, I mean, it's already on to something, is it not? Scarface Taco, what it do? Long time, brother. Appreciate you being up in here. All right. Now we want to cover up all that background color. I guess we do. That's what I'm going to do. Because I like to believe that when I do the texture on here, you'll see it, you'll see the color showing through. Maybe you will. And if you don't, well, then this was all for nothing. Painting this, was it not? See, y'all just think it's silly right now. But let me tell you something. I'm chasing a couple of things here. And really, over on this side of the world, I'm just using this as the testing area. Because once I start putting this shit on Facebook, it's over for you haters. Then you're going to be like, damn, Joe, he was really on to something. Then the next thing you know, your favorite frickin' prison YouTuber is going to be showing up with their tool belt on. What? All right, anyways, hey, look, check this out. So we got the canvas with a nice douched on amount of material right here, okay? Nice little $50 drywall repair right there. When you hear me say that, that's like a proverbial thing. That's how we describe this. It's a $50 drywall repair. We're getting ready to texture this wall. That's a skim coat. That's a level 5 skim right there. What are we going to texture this with? You ready for this? The most creative person you've ever seen in your frickin' life. You know what it is. You know what it is without even knowing what it is. What is it? What you got right there? What you got here? What you about to do, Joe? What you about to do? You know what I'm about to do. Bing, bong, sing my song. In the arms of the angel, fly away with me. What if we took a funky ass old ramen noodle? You put this thing under a microscope, there's more bugs on this shit right now than a little bit. I didn't even know that. I used to eat these things raw at one point in time when I was really down bad. Folks, we're about to create a brand new type of wall texture for your modern, state-of-the-art, new build for 2026. What if we took a ramen noodle and we tried to stamp some compound, some skim coat on a wall? What would that even come out looking like? Would it work? Shit me. We about to try it though. I've got no idea, but we're about to try. So, got this little baby canvas right here. Let's just see what it does. I'm just so scared. What if it doesn't work? What if this is all for nothing? Let's go right there. Right there, baby. That absolutely did absolutely nothing. Come on, get in there, bitch. Don't let me down. I relied on y'all for so long in my life. Come on. There we go. Sir, what are you doing? Where's your sponge at? Don't worry about it. Hey, you work with what you got and you make what you got work. We need the black from the background to come through. There we go. Okay. Okay. Oh my God. Do you know, this is actually a real texture that I've seen in a house, in plenty of apartments. It's a stamp type of a texture is what this is. Folks, we literally just created stamp pattern with a frickin' butt ball naked ramen noodle. Look at this. So that right there, folks, I've seen that on plenty of ceilings. How many times have you walked into a scenario where you've got to do a repair and you see a texture and you're like, damn, I'm not really familiar with that. And a matter of fact, how did they create that? Did they use a ramen noodle? I mean, seeing what I've created with this ramen noodle right here, it does not seem so far-fetched, does it not? That's a bit of a stamp crow's foot type of a pattern, isn't it? You've heard of orange peel. What about ramen? What about ramen for drywall? I remember a couple of years ago, it was all the rave when they were fixing toilets and porcelain, using crushed up ramen and super glue, for God's sakes. Like, it was not the ramen doing anything at all, it was the super glue, but it was the point still. Could you imagine pulling up to do the drywall repair on the job? Customers like, you got all the tools and materials that you need? I certainly do. What's that, your lunch? What you got right there? God bless it, that's a ramen noodle. Put the seasoning on it. Well, you know, we don't want the ants to eat it. We don't want the ants to eat it. All right. All right. There we go, right there. Whew. It's like a little freaking prank, is it not? I don't. It's a ramen noodle. Oh, God. Hey, it's compound on everything. It's compound for days. Bless it. Blessings. All right. We've about exhausted all the material that we're going to pull out for today. So let's take a look at a couple of things real quick. What have we done here? Folks, this was our first piece of artwork that we created today, our drywall, this piece is literally going to be called your return vent cover because it looks like an HVAC return vent cover. Literally. Pretty nice. Home Goods would be selling this for, shit, I don't know, 60 bucks. It could be yours here today for $35. If you're interested in this piece, we're having a flash sale like a TikTok live. We did do a mini knockdown right here. Pretty badass, if you ask me. If you had to describe the way that knockdown looks, personally, I would say it just looks a bit like a world map. Sort of like. Of course, we've got our ramen design right here. Really let me down, but definitely came out looking like, I expected more out of the ramen. However, don't think for a second that somebody, listen, you could be in a house doing a drywall repair and you run across this type of texture that you've got to match. You will remember this live stream when you're like, damn, what am I going to use to do that? The cupboards, where's the ramen at? Ramen is almost like the utility knife of survival, right? It can be, obviously quelling hunger pains, but also could be used in a construction environment as well too, as you guys saw right here. So we've got this one. My pants are falling down. And then my favorite one actually was this. And this was just a little bit of paintbrush, a little bit of muddy water, and some compound. And that shit just came out looking like, well, really not much of anything, but I still think it looks pretty good. I still think it looks pretty good. Hey, that's about all I got, just to be honest with you. Bubblegum says, are they signed and authenticated? Absolutely. Every one of these is a 1-for-1. They certainly are. Lord Bullet, didn't you fix a countertop with ramen once? I think I talked about it. I don't think that I ever tried it. Yeah. So here's the deal. I got a new video coming for After Prison Show in just a little while. I think I'm going to drop that about 3 o'clock. Pray for me. It's going to be a very rage bait video, unfortunately. It's not really my intention, even though I know that's what it's going to do. And, I don't even want to say that it's not my intention. Writing the song, Black Man, it just kind of came to me. So there was never any intention or ill will when I was writing the song that it was going to be seen as a rage bait piece. But maybe it was. Regardless, it's probably going to do less than I hope that it does. But it's definitely worth a listen. And the video, if you have not seen the music video, I don't think anybody's seen the music video. Only 2 people have seen the music video. Wow. Oh yeah, that shit's gonna break the internet. If it doesn't do it here on the After Prison Facebook page when I just dropped the song, it most certainly will. It most certainly will. Yeah, that's about all that I've got. I wanna say, I do apologize, this thing was a little rough around the edges. I'm still trying to find my footing with these locations, being in my shed, being in my house, doing this type of stuff. And I am going to improve this particular camera for doing these. I don't necessarily know the next live stream that I do one of these. I might take a break in between. I was able to get some content out of this. That's what I really wanted. Whether people are buying this from me, at some point, I do see it being a lucrative possibility. Not now, not now. But with that, in this effort, as long as I'm able to get additional content that I can use elsewhere, that's what I'm really after. Dan, appreciate you swinging through here. So, yeah, man, hey, that's all I got. Go ahead and take the tool belt off. It was a good day on the job. Nobody got hurt. Oh, I missed that one. Did I show it on Twitch too? Oh, Lord Bullet got timed out. Yeah, man. Hey, appreciate y'all taking the time to rock with me on this. If you're interested in any of these things that I've created, send me an email, send me a message. Let's get in contact. Appreciate you guys. I'll have a video coming for you probably by tomorrow. If you're interested in any new content, check out the Facebook page, Leaving from Lowe's. Check out APS as well, too. And I will be working to try to bring you guys the very best. So thank y'all for taking the time. Highland, appreciate you right there, man. You guys have a great one. Hopefully you found some interest and some entertainment in this. I got a lot of cleaning up to do. I'll talk with you again real soon. Until then, take care. I got to go all the way